In the realm of constitutional law, few topics elicit as much passion and controversy as the protection of free speech. One such case that exemplifies this debate is United States v. Eichman, a pivotal Supreme Court case in 1990. At the heart of this case was the clash between the First Amendment's protection of freedom of expression and the government's interest in preserving national symbols. The case centered around the act of flag desecration, specifically the burning of the American flag, and it called into question the limits of free speech in the United States. The history of flag desecration as a form of protest stretches back to the Vietnam War era, when the act became a symbol of dissent against American military involvement. Over the years, several states attempted to curb this practice by enacting laws that criminalized flag desecration. However, these laws faced constitutional challenges as they seemed to infringe upon the First Amendment rights of individuals. In response to these state laws, Congress passed the Flag Protection Act of 1989, which made it illegal to knowingly mutilate, deface, or burn the American flag. In the midst of this controversial environment, Gregory Lee Johnson, a supporter of the Revolutionary Communist Youth Brigade, participated in a protest during the 1984 Republican National Convention in Dallas, Texas. As an act of political expression, Johnson burned an American flag while the protest was in progress. This act led to his arrest and subsequent conviction under the Texas flag desecration law. However, Johnson and his legal team were determined to challenge the constitutionality of such laws, and his case eventually made its way to the Supreme Court. On June 21, 1989, the Supreme Court rendered its decision in United States v. Eichman, ruling that the Flag Protection Act of 1989 was unconstitutional. In a 5-4 decision, the court held that flag burning was a form of protected symbolic speech under the First Amendment. The majority opinion, authored by Justice William Brennan, emphasized the importance of preserving free expression, even when it involves controversial or unpopular ideas. The court concluded that the government's interest in preserving the flag as a symbol did not outweigh the individual's right to engage in expressive conduct. The decision in United States v. Eichman was a significant victory for advocates of free speech. It reaffirmed the fundamental principle that the government cannot suppress or punish speech simply because it finds the message offensive or disrespectful. The court's ruling set an important precedent regarding the limits of government power in regulating expression, particularly when it comes to symbolic acts. It also sparked intense public debate and divided opinions across the nation. Since the decision in 1990, flag desecration remains legal in the United States under the protection of the First Amendment. However, it is essential to recognize that this ruling does not imply approval or endorsement of such actions. Rather, it reflects the core principle that the government must respect and protect the rights of individuals to express themselves, even when their message is controversial or unpopular. The ruling in United States v. Eichman continues to shape the interpretation of free speech rights in the country, serving as a reminder of the ongoing tension between patriotism and dissent.